Hi loves, welcome back to Olive's. If you are new here, my name is Olivia. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for tuning in today. I want us to answer a question one of our subscribers asked. Hopefully you can see. Let's click. No, it's not this video, it's this one. So this is a tutorial where I shared how to draft an off shoulder, okay, and the main focus is to compare freehand and then pattern drafting. She says, why did you use the across back divided by 2 then minus 2 inches for the front chest tightening? Okay, that's her question, and I want to try to explain while drafting. So let's get right into this video. Let's assume that you want to use across back divided by 2. Okay, so again, my across back is 14 divided by 2 is 7. So placing it from the center front, right, this is 7. It's just an assumption, okay. This is my bust divided by 4. Okay, in actual sense I would have just done like this. If you have this like this, it's going to go beyond your armhole line. I hope this helps you understand that you cannot use your exact across back like that. Instead, you have to subtract 2 inches or probably 1.5 from half of your across back. Okay, this is the point where sometimes you end up adding the off shoulder sleeve, or you add your strap from here. So imagine you had here and then you add your strap. So you can just add your strap from here. Do you see that? It's just a principle that you divide your across back by 2 and then you minus 2 inches, or simply you measure your upper chest wherever your off shoulder is going to start from. Sometimes you may not have a client's measurement, probably you forgot to take it and you have to make an off shoulder. How do you do that? Okay, that is where you apply this method. I'll indicate my nipple point, my under bust. If you are talking about tightening, you definitely need your under bust. Okay, so here is my nipple point, this is my under bust, chest, waist. Instead of having a simple off shoulder like this, let's assume I want to tighten my off shoulder to have a nice fit. Okay, so I'll just measure half of my nipple to nipple, 3.5. My nipple to nipple is 7. I'll mark it on my under bust. Mark the same thing on my nipple line. To revise whatever we learned, I said that you add 1 inch to whatever nipple to nipple measurement you used. So 3.5 plus 1 inch, I'll explain why, is 4.5. You can either use 1 inch or 3/4. So I'm going to connect it like this. It goes like this and comes down to this point. To tighten the waist, I'll just use 1.5. Okay, we mostly use 2 inches, but 1.5 is okay for this demonstration. So I'll mark half inch from here and mark the other 1 inch from here. Okay, I'll do the same thing to my under bust. I'll connect it this way. We'll meet each other like this. So far as you tighten your waist, you should come up here to also tighten your chest, which brings me back to this pattern that I transferred here to make us understand better. Okay, what I have here is the full front bodice, and what I have here is just the off shoulder of the bodice. Okay, I just took part of it off to have my off shoulder. Okay, if you are using your full bodice to make an off shoulder, after tightening your under bust, you are going to divide your shoulder by 2 and direct the center to your nipple point. After determining where you want your off shoulder to be, I'm going to relatively match this to see what we have. when you're drafting like this, the help is to have a standard measurement to just draft, and mostly it works. Okay, I'm going to compare whatever I have here. So after comparing, what do we have here? We have a little difference here, like about 1 cm difference. 1 cm, not up to ½ inch. That is why I mentioned here that you can either add 3/4 inch or 1 inch to half of your nipple to nipple. Okay, it is at this point also that you tighten this top part. Let me just do it for you to see. Okay, and mostly you use 2 inches, you use 1.5. So here will be tightened well, and then your breast will just sit nicely. I'm going to connect my underbust to my nipple point, also connect this side to the nipple point. Okay, I want to use a total tightening of 1.5. From here I came down by 6 inches as an off shoulder. Okay, so if I have about 5 inches for my off shoulder, I can use 2 inches. It will be okay. 3/4, 3/4, or you can do half, 1. Okay, so I'm going to connect this one. I'll be taking here off. Here is my center front, here is my side front. Here I have 5 inches. From the center here, I'm going to take 1 inch and then also take 1 inch. That means 1 inch on both sides. Okay, connect this like this, and also connect here like this, and also connect like this. For this point, I like to blend here. Let's come back to our full bodice pattern. Okay, if we have taken that out of whatever we have here, we need to replace it. Okay, so I have 1.5. I'll replace the 1.5 from this. Or at this same point, okay, let's assume I measured my front chest. I had 11, so dividing 11 by 2, I have 5.5. Let's see. So I need a total of 5.5 for my front chest. Whatever I have here like this, I'm just going to continue from this next that leg line and then mark my 5.5. This is by me checking my chest. Okay, so this is where it is, so it means that I don't need beyond it. Please, do you get? I measured my front chest. I had 11. Okay, dividing 11 by 2, I have 5.5. So I measured whatever I have from the center front, and then wherever the center front measurement ends, I'm going to continue from this other dart leg like this, and then I'll mark my 5.5. So I have exactly 5.5 for my total half front chest. By the time I open this 5.5, or by the time I join everything, I should have 11 inches. Okay, you have to also replace whatever you have here on the chest. Just going to connect it like this. That this is my off shoulder for this. Okay, so this is the center line. For the sake of subtracting 2 inches, I'm going to use 5 inches. So I'm going to mark 5 inches here. Wherever the 5 inches stops, I'll replace these 2 inches. You see, what happened here is that this is the actual measurement I'm to use for my off shoulder. Okay, so this should have been the exact measurement I need, and now I've taken that off it. Okay, so I'm just going to replace these 2 inches that I have here, and then whatever measurement I have here, I'll replace it on the chest, I'm going to connect it like this. So that means I'm taking here off. And we need here no more. So far as we have taken a dart, we need to replace all these darts so we don't get any shortage anywhere. Okay. This is what I have, okay, and I'm just going to place it on it this way. This is the underbust, the nipple, the chest, and here remember that we came down by 6 inches while this is 5 inches. That is why there is a difference, okay? So if you check, you realize that we use different approach but we arrive at the same result.